Welcome to a brief introduction to arrays. So, let's get started. What exactly is an array? Well, an array is nothing more than just a collection of elements of the exact same type. It's very important to know that arrays are considered to be static in terms of length. When we first create an array, it's going to remain that size forever, unless we basically try to make a new array double the size or of a different size and then copy over its data elements over there. Or we could do something along the lines of creating a dynamic array. But in general, for general purposes, an array is going to have a static length that is not going to change over time. What's a nice thing about arrays? Well, as you guys may have noticed, an array contains these elements which are placed in these cell blocks over here, and you guys can see that there are numbers over the cell blocks referencing where um, the element is with respect to positioning in the array. And each of these numbers here, which represents a location, is considered an index here. And as you guys can see, we start counting at 0 when it comes to indexing an array here. So the nice part about arrays is they give us very quick access time to an element given a certain position. So if we say we wanted to grab the fifth element from our array, we could basically call the name of our array with a bracket and pass in 4 because 4 would be the fifth element in this array. I know I was leaning towards this 5 earlier before, but that would have been the sixth element there. Unfortunately, if we happen to not know the location of our item, but we say that we want, let's say that this whole array is a collection of bananas, and we say that we want the most rotten banana to be at index 7, well, if we don't know exactly where that rotten banana is, let's say we don't know it's at index 7, what we have to do is we have to step through the array one index at a time, and that can be that can take some time for searching, so that's not very optimal. Now, let's talk about the importance of arrays in computer science. So, as you guys can see over here, we've got a little diagram that shows a CPU that's connected to cache, and then we have a random access memory over here. So, the cool thing is arrays are used for multiple different data structures, and one of the common data structures is something called a cache. And a cache is nothing more than just an array that keeps storage or temporary storage of data. Arrays are also used to create various lists of items, like I briefly messaged about having an array of bananas. And they're also used for strings. Later down the road, we're going to go over another data structure called a hash table, and we're going to see how powerful arrays are in terms of being used for the hash tables. Also, another thing to note is I've got this little picture here with the CPU, cache, and RAM. The cool thing is that most computer memory in most modern day computers is set up as an array, where the array keeps references to basically these individual memory blocks. So now that we've gone over a little bit of the importance of arrays in computer science, let's go over the importance of arrays in the real world. So the cool thing is, in the real world, we have a lot of data that's being transferred over on a daily basis. And arrays are very great with accessing, well, elements. And those elements could be pieces of data, or documents in this case. So arrays can be used to basically replace cabinets like this one with multiple folders with something that's digital and virtual and much easier to access. So also, I've got this picture of a book and a tree that's sprouting different mathematical symbols and a little graph over here. So yes, arrays. If you're a math major, you probably already know that you use arrays for mathematics and basic mathematics. One of the things you might not know is that a matrix is nothing more than a two-dimensional array. So that's kind of cool. We also do use arrays to represent some vectors sometimes. So if you guys have used, I can't remember what it's called. I don't think the program's called Octave. I want to say it's called MATLAB. I don't know what it is. It's like a computer science or a programming um, language for mathematics. Well, anyways, that's not important for this video, but bottom line is importance of the real world. You can use arrays for basically making old school file cabinets obsolete, and also use them with various mathematical problems. So, hope you guys found this helpful, and we'll see you next time.